Hi guys, Mark here. Well, welcome again today to Crescent Yamaha here in the south of England, and today we're going to be taking a look at the 2022 Yamaha Xsr700. Stay tuned and I'll give you my thoughts on it. Well, hi there guys, and welcome today to the 2022 Yamaha Xsr700, and again very kindly loaned to me by Crescent Yamaha here in Dorset in the south of England. Let's just run through the specs. So price on these, they're coming in at £8,000, and it uses the same engine as in the MT-07, so tried and tested engine, absolutely brilliant engine this, very punchy, very playful, CP2 parallel twin, loads of low down torque. It's coming in with 72 horsepower at 8,750 RPM, and lots of torque low down, 67 Newton meters of torque at 6,500 RPM. Double overhead cam, liquid cooled, Euro 5 and A2 compatible. So quite a few changes on this new 2022 model. We've got a bigger LED headlight, different sort of mount there. We've got different forks. The dash has been moved to a different location. Apologies for any wind at the moment. So yeah, lots of nice changes on this model. Crescent have actually put on some optional accessories. The gaiters are extra. That is not a standard seat, that's a Yamaha option seat. I don't think it's any lower, but it's very, very comfortable. Looks like we've got a tail tidy on there as well. And the tank pads there on the side aren't standard. And I think these side radiator sort of guards are new as well, for this year as well. They've also swapped out the standard exhaust for a very, very tasty Krapovic, which sounds absolutely awesome, so more of that later. So lots of new updates for this year for the better. We've got a 14 litre fuel tank on these, and these engines are very, very frugal, very economical. Give 4.3 litres per 100 kilometres, which equates to around about 65 to the gallon UK. You'll probably be able to get even more if you take it steady. Twin front discs on these. 4 piston calipers, really good strong brakes on this. ABS obviously is standard. Tyres, you've got a 120 on the front and a 180 on the rear, and these are running the absolutely brilliant Michelin Road 5s, which are some of the best tyres you can get. Weight on these, 189 kilos. 6-speed gearbox, very, very smooth shifting. Looks like we've got preload adjustable rear shock there and non-adjustable front forks. So the seat on these is 835mm, about a moderate height seat. Just take a look at me on the bike and you'll see that I can get my feet down quite easily, just so then you can compare it for yourself. I'm 5'7" tall, 30-inch inside leg, and I weigh about 75 kilos. Also got revised switch gear on this now. I did have a look under the seat. There's no storage under there, unfortunately, apart from a little helmet holder. Servicing on this, is very good. 6,000 mile services, good intervals, and 24,000 miles for the valves. And these come in this nice black or white. Alright then guys, let's do the test ride. Okay, welcome aboard Yamaha's 2022 Xsr700. So quite easy to swing a leg over, and this particular seat they fitted, it's a Yamaha option seat, feels very plush and comfortable. So we just run through all the controls as always. So we have a span adjustable front brake lever, span adjustable there, and we have a non-span adjustable cable clutch, which is very light anyway. We have your headlight flasher, high and low beams, indicators, horn. New for this year, we've got different switchgear. You can actually adjust the info on the screen here with this slider here, rather than using these two buttons here. Engine start and kill, and your hazard. So all very simple. Nice little dinky dash there with lots of info: revs, gear, mile an hour, fuel gauge, air temperature, and then you can just scroll through all your sort of miles per gallon and trip meters and that sort of thing. So all good in that respect. So as I said, I'm 5'7" tall, 30-inch inside leg, and I can get my feet down quite comfortably. So if you were looking for one of these and you're not that tall, I would say it's absolutely fine. Very comfortable. The bars are nicely raked back. All this has been changed apparently. This has been moved from here to there, so it's a nice comfortable position, nice and upright. So yeah, feels good. Let's start her up. So this has been fitted with an Krapovich optional exhaust that sounds absolutely barking. My lord. So obviously your one with a standard exhaust won't sound quite as fruity, but all good. Anyway, away we go. So super light, early taking clutch, which is lovely. And yeah, that aftermarket exhaust sounds really good. It spits and pops and bangs on the overrun. So just like the MT-07, this has got loads and loads of low down grunt, sort of 3, 4, 5. It really pulls nicely. Beautifully fueled as always. No snatchy throttles or anything like that. Nicely controlled. No riding modes on this, but you really don't need it. It's perfectly set up as it is. The engine's very smooth at these sort of speeds and revs. We'll try out the higher revs a bit later on. Brakes all feel very good. But straight away, I mean, this is a really nice sort of, it's a MT-07 with sort of a retro clothing on, but it's really nice. Suspension feels very mellow and compliant. But anyway, let's just run through it all in the usual way. Mirrors are very clear, no vibrations there whatsoever. I can see about 40% of my elbows, but no problems, still get a good view behind me. So that LCD dash there, it's small but perfectly formed. It's very bright actually for an LCD dash. It's not TFT LCD, but very bright. I mean, it's super bright today. It's hottest day on record here today in the UK, and it's very bright even to see in this bright sunshine, so that's good. So we're currently just cruising along around about 60 mile an hour. We're doing just about 4,000 revs. The engine feels very relaxed. No vibrations at all at this sort of speed. Handling feels very good. Alright, we'll just try a little brake test. Nothing behind, front brake only. So yeah, excellent brakes, no problems there at all. Right, so first gear. So nice and quick up to 60 miles an hour. No problems there whatsoever. Clutch and gearbox, super smooth, super slick. Just as you expect from Yamaha. So I haven't been on this bike long, probably about an hour at the most, and this seat they fitted is very, very comfortable. It's very plush. So sorry I can't comment on the standard seat, but this one for sure is really nice. So quite basic suspension on this, no electronic suspension or adjustability on the front forks, but it feels very, very plush, very compliant. It doesn't crash over any bumps, it doesn't wallow or pogo. It's a nice blend of comfort and sort of sporty feel. The Michelin tyres feel utterly brilliant. They're some of the best tyres you can get for all-round use, loads of grip. So just dropping it down a bit, just open it up in third. Yeah, it's got loads of torque. One of the nice things about the MT-07 engine is it's just so torquey. The parallel twin has got a fantastic character to it, and it's been a top seller for years. So the riding position does feel pretty much upright. The bars are very nicely sort of raked back on the mount here, and the bars themselves come back. So it's a very, very chilled position. Lovely just for sort of retro cruising, what this bike's designed for. Going down the gearbox, very, very easy. No quick shifter on this, but no worries. Second gear, short shifting through the mid-range. Absolutely glorious acceleration. What a lovely bike for a sunny day. Right, so what's the Xsr700 like in a urban environment, in town? You may well be riding it to work or going to do some shopping on it. So we're just currently in third gear, 30 mile an hour, about 3,500 revs. Just checking the fueling. We want to just make sure it's smooth. We don't want any surging or hunting or anything like that. Second gear, very easy, smooth clutching gearbox. Into third. So yeah, police report, all the fueling is lovely and smooth. It's just purring along here with no sort of glitching or stuttering or snatchy throttle. It's a very smooth throttle. The thing I do like about this bike is it's got nice wide bars, and feels very light. You know, you could really like chuck it from side to side. So if you had to weave through traffic, do some filtering, that sort of thing, absolutely no problem at all. So here we are again, look, third gear, 30 mile an hour, no vibration, super smooth, about 3,500 revs. So yeah, 5 stars for the XSR in town. Just try the back brake out. Yeah, no problems there at all. It's got a good bit of bite to it. So very good service intervals on these, 6,000 mile service intervals. So there's no issues as far as I know with the reliability of these engines. They're pretty much bulletproof, capable of doing very big miles. They're very frugal, economical engines. You should get well over 150 miles to a tank full, I would say. Bike's not heavy, 188 kilos wet weight, and it feels very, very light and playful, especially with that exhaust booming away behind. So just fourth gear, opening it up. Oh, wonderful spread of power. Right, we'll just slow things down a bit and just do some chilled out cruising. See what it's like in top gear. So top gear, 50 miles an hour, about 3,500 revs. Very, very relaxing indeed. No vibrations whatsoever. That's perfect, really good. Just drop it down a couple of gears. 6,000 RPM now. I'm getting the slightest little buzz coming through the foot pegs, but nothing at all really. Down to third, 7,000 RPM. Again, just a little buzz coming through the foot pegs, but nothing to worry about. More character than anything else. Right, we'll just try a little top gear roll on. Take it down to 40 mile an hour top gear, still smooth, not chugging at all, wide open. There's your 50 and there's your 60. Top speed on this with sort of 70 odd horsepower, probably about 125 mile an hour, something like that. It's a naked bike, so you're going to be having to hang on pretty tight. But no, what a lovely bike if you're after a sort of retro look. I mean, the nearest competitor to this is the I would say the Kawasaki Xsr700 RS, which I've ridden, and I'll put a link to that at the end. That's a great bike as well, but quite a different feel, this engine. The CP2 crossplane just feels a bit different to the Z650. But yeah, they're both great bikes. Okay, third gear, just winding it open. Oh, what an engine! Glorious noise. So for slightly higher speed cruising, say you're on a motorway or something like that, no problems at all. A little bit windy, obviously it's a naked bike, but still not going to be overly revving that high. It's going to be quite relaxed engine, so all good in that respect for higher speed cruising if you needed to. But I think for me, to be honest, this sort of bike, it's just more about taking it steady like this on a sunny day, just enjoying the ride. Suspension quality feels really nice. It's a bit bumpy down here. It's a very, very comfortable bike, this. I love the bars, the position's nice. The leg position is pretty much straight down, loads of room there, so if you were taller than me at say 6 foot, this bike would still be fine. So all good so far, guys. So I must say I've thoroughly enjoyed riding this Xsr700. They've been around for quite a few years, but this new model's got a few nice little upgrades to it which add to the flavour of it. But yeah, just to sum up, guys, lovely comfortable riding position, super terrier like fun from the engine, just like the MT-07. For me, this suspension setup feels absolutely fine. It's nice and compliant, comfortable suspension, but still good fun in the twisties. The engine's got stacks of character and power. It looks good being the sort of retro. So yeah, all in all, great bike, this one. I think if you're in the market for sort of a retro naked kind of type bike, give one of these a look. Right, we'll just have a final walk round up here. So again, brilliant brakes and a lovely clutch and gearbox. God, it's hot today. Showing 30 degrees at the moment. Wow. Right, we'll just pull over here. So easy to find side stand, that's good. Usual decent Yamaha side stand. Just have a look at the indicators and high beam. So LEDs all round. And there's your high beam. And your dinky little rear LED light there. Superb. Just give you another little look at that LCD dash, all the info. So we're currently showing 64 miles per gallon, which is pretty good. Excellent. So yeah, nice looking bike that. Do quite like the gold wheels. So as always, you know, exceptional Yamaha build quality, All the fixtures and fittings look very well made. Brilliant engine, never going to have any problems with that. So they've updated the front forks for this year. These gaiters aren't standard. Good strong brakes, brilliant tyres. So nice, compliant, road holding, quality of ride's excellent. All this is different, I believe, as well. Headlights bigger. So not a standard exhaust, but a worthy addition, I would say. Sounds absolutely brilliant. But yeah, beautiful build quality there, guys. Looks good. Let's just see what she's like to push around. 188 kilos wet, so not too bad. Very light off the side stand, and up a bit of a hill here. But again, very, very easy to manoeuvre with quite a decent steering lock there to make a U-turn in your garage or something. Well, there you are, guys. Xsr700. What are your thoughts? Have you got one of these? Thinking about getting one? I've always liked the MT-07, but I think, to be honest, I'd probably get one of these. It's just, I prefer the look slightly, and it's just as much fun. So please post your comments down below as always. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my channel. I'll catch you again in a week or so, guys. Well, take care, ride safe, and all the best for now.